Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 7 in the 2017 Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at Road America for the Kohler Grand Prix, a 10-lap race around this 4-mile road course in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. And it's going to definitely be an interesting one here today, because as you can see, starting on the pole, it's number 67 of Luke Rainey, trying to go 2 in a row here in the Haas IndyCar Series. And the farther up you start here at Road America, the better chance you're going to win. This place does not see too much passing, and it's definitely going to be very fascinating to see what this number 67 can do. Since the racetrack is so long and the pace lap's going to be so long, they're already rolling off, but we're going to have plenty of time to go through the points and go through the starting lineup before the race begins here for this 10-lap event at Road America. Coming into today's race, Matt Daleo is still the points leader. He has 186 points towards the championship. 7 points behind him, it's the number 17 of Jonathan Rain. Zachary Fitzwater, the Riverside winner, is 25 points behind. Our last winner here and the pole sitter for this race, Luke Rainey, is only 28 points behind, and Jesse Turner, the winner at Auto Club, is 36 points behind coming into the 7th race of the season. Halfway through this race, we'll be halfway through the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series for 2017. Already a little bit shorter this season than it was last year, but this season definitely going by very fast here, but we still got a little ways to go, and we still got that double points race at Indianapolis at the end of the season, which is definitely going to shake up the points and shake up the championship here for the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, when we get to that race, we're not really going to be focusing on the championship too much. We're going to be focusing on who wins that race, but right now we're focusing on that championship, and right now Matt Daleo is in the position to win it. But we still got 7 races left to go this season. The starting lineup, rolling on the bottom of your screen, Luke Rainey, Audra Baranowskis on the front row. Baranowskis, I do believe she is trying to become the first female driver to win in this series. I do not believe a female driver has won in the Haas IndyCar Series before, but Audra Baranowskis with a great chance at doing so in that number 16. Row number 2, we got Jordan Lopez, and points leader Matt Daleo in the number 33. And Daleo with a good chance of getting his 3rd career win in the Haas IndyCar Series and his 3rd win this season, and become the first ever 3-time winner in the Haas IndyCar Series. Great chance there in the number 33. Row number 3, we got the number 27 of Herr Jallarov and Alonso starting alongside Garrett Sinor. Excuse me, big time there. That's a Christian Master. Why did I think that was Garrett Sinor? Sinor's not starting too far back there. He's starting 11th in the number 83. But that's Christian Master starting alongside his teammate here, Jallarov and Alonso, the Texas winner, starting alongside the number 27. Row number 4, we got Ryan Gondillo in the number 3, starting alongside Matt Tuck in the number 98. Row 5, it is the guy who is 2nd in the points standings, Jonathan Rain, starting alongside the number 5. The Indianapolis 250 champion from 2016, Aaron Walpole. It does appear that all 25 drivers are ready to go, and we're ready to get this one started here at Road America for the Kohler Grand Prix. It is 10 laps of action. Last year we had 2 8-lap races. This time it's just 1 10-lap race, and there will be pit stops. There might be 2 cycles of pit stops in today's race. It could get very interesting as this race goes along. Pace car has pulled in, and Luke Rainey, trying to go 2 in a row here in the Haas IndyCar Series, will lead the field to the green flag in the number 67. Let's see what he does along with the rest of the field. Coming up the hill, the green flag is out, and we're racing at Road America. Luke Rainey with a great jump on the outside, and he's looking to clear the number 16, Matt Daleo, for 2nd on Audra Baranowskis heading into the first turn. But Luke Rainey single file out front. That is great news for the number 67 getting the jump on the start. But you know who he has behind him? That's Matt Daleo, number 33, a 2-time winner this season, the points leader, trying to get something to happen here today at Road America, try to grab his 3rd career win in this series and his 3rd win of the season. The dominant guy of the series so far, but Luke Rainey, if he can win this race, he's going to be up there in the points and fighting for the championship. Matt Daleo trying to get a run, but Luke Rainey's going to pull away. Somebody's around back in there. It's the number 28 and the number 10, Nicholas Samadeo, and Noah Carr's off in turn 3. it does appear that those guys will be able to continue. These Ganassi guys have had such a horrible season, and it does appear that Sam Daleo might knock himself out with that one there. He hit the wall there quite a bit. And that's a tough break for the number 10 of Nicholas Sam Daleo. 28 of NOAA cars also off the racetrack. Some other guys off the racetrack. They're scraping that dust there. And rather eventful first lap so far here in the Kohler Grand Prix at Road America. But Luke Rainey pulling out front here. Audra Baranowska staying in third place. Jordan Lopez is going to get passed here. It looks like he's going to get passed by here. Jolarvin Alonso. Alonso with a run. And Alonso to the inside of Jordan Lopez. Christian Matzer got around the 14. And it does appear this number 27 is going to get around him as well. Jordan Lopez down to 6th place after he started 4th for this race. But it's going to be Luke Rainey trying to go 2 in a row here in the Haas IndyCar Series, who's going to lead the first lap of action here at Road America in the Kohler Grand Prix. And in case you haven't noticed yet, the air conditioner is back. I don't know how well you can hear it on the mic. I'm hoping you can't hear it too well because, you know, it's kind of annoying to have that thing running in the background. Yeah, the air conditioner is back. And rather warm out there right now, and I just wanted to have it on because I like it on, you know? Luke Rainey with a great first lap there, almost a second lead on Matt Daleo, but Daleo is a tenacious driver. And one thing you got to remember about this place, last year, Noah Clifton started on the pole for the first race. He would have won it, but he hit the pit road wall, exiting the pit lane on his first stop. That ultimately gave the win to Matt Daleo in that race, and that number 67 of Luke Rainey is going to have that first pit stall. You might want to watch for that. Now, it's not guaranteed like it is at the Indianapolis Road Course. And by the way, for this year's IndyCar Grand Prix, the race at the Indianapolis Road Course, I've fixed that. I found a way around it so that the guy who starts on the pole position does not have that first pit stall. So that race should be a little bit more genuine than the past couple of events we've had at the Indianapolis Road Course. But here on America, can't really guarantee that Luke Rainey is going to be safe exiting that pit lane. About a 50-50 chance, which isn't too good considering that Luke Rainey started on the pole for this race. He's definitely going to want to get this win. Anyways, it does appear that these guys have filed out single file throughout most of the field. And I do not see NOAA cars on the racetrack anywhere in the number 28. Oh, and Jesse Turner, number 15, is off the racetrack as well. And it does appear that he has had an issue. Let's see if anybody else is knocked out here. We got the number 11 of John Arndt also involved in the crash, along with the 22 of Cameron Gaju and Stuart Gratton. A lot happened early on in this race. We will review those crashes at the end of the race. So don't worry, we'll see what happened there. But lap 1, lap 2 probably for those guys. And involving Stuart Gratton. Jesse Turner was also involved. Cameron Gaju, John Arndt. That's a tough one there for those guys. Remember, on the road courses, we do not have cautions turned on. So when a crash happens, we just keep on racing anyway. But hey, at least we got more guys out on the racetrack than we did in the Phoenix Grand Prix. In the real one, the real IndyCar Phoenix Grand Prix. I mean, that first lap, Mikhail Aloshin, he just spun that thing around in the first corner and knocked out half the field, basically. Matt Daleo off the racetrack a little bit in the number 33. He's going to lose a lot of ground to Luke Rainey there. And Rainey looking pretty strong right now in the number 67. Now, this race is most likely going to have 2 sets of pit stops, and that is definitely going to shake this field up. Great run for Jonathan Rains, but the guy he's trying to chase in the point standings is ahead of him right now. That's Matt Daleo running second. I'm telling you, Daleo has been exceptionally strong this year. He got that championship in the Haas Elimination Series, and this season here in the Haas IndyCar Series, he has been the guy to beat so far in that number 33. And it's looking pretty good for this guy, but this thing is far from over here at Road America. He did go off the racetrack a little bit there, and Audra Baranowskis might possibly get around him here for second before the first cycle of pit stops begin. First cycle is probably going to start about lap 4 of this race, so next time by, expect some of these guys to come down the pit lane for service. Matt Tuck has had an issue in the number 98 as well. And that's another thing to review in this one here at Road America. This guy's having some issues here today on this 4-mile racetrack. That's 0.6 of a second lead for Luke Rainey right now. Matt Daleo probably would have been closer if he did not go off the racetrack. And you see these guys here. I believe we only have the exception of Matt Tuck and Jesse Turner. I don't believe Turner's back out there. Turner, he's down the pit lane with damage. It looks like Nicholas Samadillo is coming in for a routine pit stop here. He's changing tires on that machine, coming in a little bit earlier than everybody else. So we'll see how that affects the field. We got 19 guys on the racetrack. 6 guys so far have had issues in this race. Quite a few guys. I did not expect that many guys to have issues here today at Road America, but that has been the case so far here in the Kohler Grand Prix in the Haas IndyCar Series. Anyways, the number 67. Luke Rainey has led every lap so far after getting that win at Richmond. He has shot himself up to 4th in the point standings, only 28 points behind the guy who's right behind him, the number 33 of Matt Daleo. If they were to finish where they're currently running, Luke Rainey would gain 11 points on the number 33. Rainey started on the pole. He gets the bonus point for starting on the pole, plus 10 more points than Matt Daleo for winning the race and him finishing in 2nd place. And that would put Luke Rainey 17 points behind points leader Matt Daleo. So Luke Rainey definitely looking to possibly get up there in the championship here and make a run for it as the second half of the season begins at Pikes Peak coming, I believe, Saturday. Anyways, I believe the whole field just came down the pit lane. This guy, however, Nicholas Samadillo, has already made his first stop, so he's going to be able to stay out. We'll see if the fresher tires on his race car are going to give him an advantage. But anyways, Luke Rainey, the first guy down the pit lane, and you see that wall? He might hit that. Please don't get upset at me if he does. Hopefully he does not hit it. And he's going to. Around goes the 67, and Matt Daleo is going to take the lead. I knew this was going to happen. Number 27, Haas Alonso, also hit the 67, and the 67 could not get off the pit lane and avoid that pit wall. Unbelievable for the number 67 of Luke Rainey. He's going to try to continue, however. I don't know how much damage he has to his race car, but he might have to come back down the pit lane. As one unfortunate thing about this racetrack is that first pit stall. And Luke Rainey, major issue on the number 67. He's going to fall back tremendously. And Haas Alonso also is going to fall back as he hit that number 67 hard as well. And look who's out front, and he's out front by a mile. Matt Daleo looking to steal this victory here in the Kohler Grand Prix. A very unfortunate incident there for the number 67 of Luke Rainey. And you see these two guys, I don't want to get caught up in another incident here, but they're going to fall to the back of the field because of that. Absolutely unbelievable for Luke. Well, it's actually pretty believable because it happened last year to Noah Clifton, and I just don't understand it. Don't understand why they do that. And I'd like to apologize to Luke Rainey for that happening, but that's just the way the game goes sometimes. And this is definitely going to affect Luke Rainey's chances at winning a championship here in 2017. As for the leader, that's Matt Daleo. He's out of here in number 33. He won the last road course race here in the Haas IndyCar Series at Lime Rock. And he's got a very good chance of getting the second one as well, and his third win of the season. And if he were to win, he'd become the first 3-time winner of the Haas IndyCar Series. And if he were to win as well, he would extend his points lead that he has on Jonathan Rains. Jonathan Rains right now running a little bit deeper in the field than he was before the cycle of pit stops began. I believe that he is running. We'll see how this whole thing cycles through here. I'll wait for this ticker to update. I believe that he is right now 10th. Not too good there for the number 17 on that pit stop. I mean, Matt Daleo. He was able to get out ahead of that number 67 very well. And look at the lead he has. It's a 7-second lead. You know, if I had to pick one driver you know, on my channel that has just basically been the driver, I would probably pick Matt Daleo. I know you got Garrett Sonora there, he's the all-time winningest driver, but he's never won a championship. Same with Caleb Hoffman. Yet, Caleb Hoffman might win the championship in the GT Daytona class of the Kubota GT Championship, however. He's doing pretty good in that series over there. But when it comes to Matt Daleo, he won the Season 4 Chick-fil-A Cup Series Championship. He's a 15-time winner on Napa Fan, third all-time, looking to grab 16 here today. He finished second in the Season 5 Chick-fil-A Cup Series Championship. Almost won that one. Almost went back-to-back from the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. The first ever back-to-back champion in a series on Napa Fan, winning back-to-back championships in the Haas Elimination Series. And he is dominating this Haas IndyCar Series right now. I don't think this channel has ever seen a better driver than Matt Daleo. I really haven't. And this number 33 is just killing it this season. And he's on the verge of grabbing his third career win in the Haas IndyCar Series, looking to make history, become the first 3-time winner. But this was a big one here. It's very possible that somebody could make it to the end back in here. Of course, we always have this discussion when we have a race here at Road America. Will there be somebody who can make it on one stop? You know, it usually never happens. But it's possible, and that's definitely going to make it interesting here today at Road America. But I'm pretty sure all these guys are going to have to make a pit stop. And Matt Daleo, I mean, his lead went down there a little bit, but he can literally just, you know, cruise right now, man, number 33, and take this victory. He'll probably have to make another pit stop, and I believe everybody else will as well. So this one's most likely going to go to Matt Daleo. But what if he gets in a tussle here with Matt Tuck? If you remember the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race that we had here in season number 5, Griffin Lynn was going to win that race. And he overshot the carousel, got into the wall, gave the lead to Tyler Selzman on the final lap of the race, which ultimately gave Tyler Selzman the championship that season. It's possible that these guys could overshoot this carousel in these Indy cars. They have a little bit more grip in them. But I'm thinking that some of these guys that are knocked out back in here, they might be knocked out because they overshot the corner. You also see here Jalarvin Alonso, he's retired in the number 27. Matt Tuck was able to get back out there in the number 98. He's right now 20th on the racetrack, very deep in the field for him. But Daleo, a fantastic run here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, he started third for this race. He instantly grabbed second from Audra Baranowskis on the start, and he was chasing down that number 67 when the 67 hit the pit road wall. That ultimately did it for him, and this is what happens here at these road courses. These guys, they short bit for the second cycle, and that's what's going on right now with Matt Daleo. Looks like Davey Johnson's going to stay out here, but nobody out here on the racetrack is going to be able to stay out until the end of the race. I can guarantee that. If they're coming down now, they're not going to be able to make it to the end. They went the first 4 laps, and then the next 3 laps. So, see Matt Daleo in the huge lead he has. He's actually able to lead that lap. I don't know if Davey Johnson's going to be able to lead a lap in this race because Matt Daleo was so far ahead that he was still able to lead the lap. And you see, he easily gets off the pit lane. It's only that first pit stall that usually has issues, and it's a tough break for Luke Rainey, like I said. I believe he's still running, but he's rather deep in the field in that number 67. And you see him there, still on the lead lap, but barely, running 18th. And Matt Daleo easily off the pit lane first, and Jordan Lopez is quite a ways behind. So the only chance that anybody else has is going to be one of these guys, and if they can stay out to the end, and that's not going to happen because we still got 2.5 laps to go in this race, and I just don't think you can make it to the end without having to make another pit stop. But then again, if you saw the Kubota GT Championship race at Lime Rock, we saw those, some of those GT Le Mans guys short pit. The rest of the GT Le Mans guys stayed out and made it on one stop. Slightly possible that could happen here in this race. I'm not entirely sure, but I will say this. If somebody takes the white flag, they're going to stay out to the end, and they might win the race. But I really don't think that's going to happen now. It's possible we could get somebody to stay out another lap here, but they're going to have to coming to the white flag if they are going to do so. Anyways, Davey Johnson out front right now. And Johnson is going to come in. Master is going to stay out. Audra Baranowskis is going to stay out. Jonathan Rains is coming in. Al Lagasse, Chris Skinlart, Ryan Gondillo, Nathan Stapleton. Good to see Stapleton running up front. He's next to last in the points coming into today's race. Hey, Ganassi guys in the top 10. Don't say anything. Had a lot more guys stay out than I thought would stay out there, and this possibly could go to one of these guys. Not saying it's impossible. Trying to find Matt Daleo on the racetrack. There he is in the number 33. Davey Johnson might be a little bit close. Not really. And Daleo is going to easily pass the few guys that came down the pit lane. I think only 3 guys came down. It was Davey Johnson, Jonathan Rains, and Eli Bright who came down the pit lane. Oh boy, that was close there between Garrett Senor and Eli Bright. They almost got into each other, but they are still running on the racetrack. Good job by those guys avoiding a major crash. The leader is right now Christian Master, the Texas winner, and the number 25, Audra Baranowskis, right behind him. If these guys stay out here on this lap, which is a very, very huge stretch if they do, one of these guys is going to win this race, and it's not going to be Daleo. But most likely, that number 33 is going to win this thing easily. I mean, look at how far ahead he is from Davey Johnson. Now, Johnson still gained a very huge benefit from staying out there. If everything cycles through, he's going to be second at the end of this one. A great run there for the number 34 of Davey Johnson, if he can in fact do so. But that's all going to depend on if these guys have to come down the pit lane on this lap. And if they all do, then Matt Daleo is going to grab his 16th career win on Napa Fin. Master is going to come in here in the number 25, and I believe everybody's going to come in here. Yep, Al Lagasse down the pit lane, Chris Skinlart down the pit lane, Ryan Gondillo, Nathan Stapleton, Cameron Garlington. At this point, don't take tires, fuel only. Fuel only. You gotta do fuel only on this stop. You cannot take tires here. Daleo is coming fast, though. This is not going to happen for these guys, and this race is officially over right here. White flag to Matt Daleo in the number 33. A massive lead on Davey Johnson. This could get a little interesting here, but nowhere close enough for Christian Master. But this whole strategy is going to work out for Master pretty well. Currently running in the second position. He's not too far behind Daleo. Daleo isn't going to win by the 7 seconds he had earlier on in this race, but still, great run for Daleo and these guys. They did what I told them to do. They took fuel only, and they're going to get a major benefit because of that. Christian Master most likely going to finish second here at Road America. Audra Baranowskis looking to finish third. She fell back a little bit in this one. Al Lagasse looking to finish fourth. And Jonathan Rains, even though the guy who's trying to chase in the points is winning right now, still going to be a great run for the number 17 of Jonathan Rains, who has had a fantastic season so far here in the 2017 NRLOA Haas IndyCar Series. Anyways, Matt Daleo, a couple more corners for the championship leader. And Mr. Matt Daleo looking to grab his 3rd win of the season. Don't go off the racetrack, man. He's not going to do so, and this race is done. Master is not going to be able to close up to him, and how about this one? Matt Daleo, going to be his 3rd win of the season and only the 7th race. This guy is electric. Got a great starting position. That's what got him up front. And because of Luke Rainey's misfortunes, Matt Daleo is going to capitalize and become the first ever 3-time winner in the Haas IndyCar Series. One more corner to go, and Mr. Matt Daleo is going to take the victory in the Kohler Grand Prix. He's going to extend his points lead and grab his 3rd win of the season in the 2017 Haas IndyCar Series. Matt Daleo wins at Road America. Christian Master, a fantastic run for him, running second. And he's going to move his way through the points pretty well after this one. Audra Baranowskis, a great run for her, running 3rd. Al Lagasse and Jonathan Rains round out the top 5 here in the Kohler Grand Prix at Road America. Matt Daleo with the victory. And you see all those guys knocked out. We're going to go ahead and review the crashes that occurred here in the Kohler Grand Prix at Road America. Lap 1 of the race. John Arndt went off the racetrack just a little bit, came back down on Stuart Gratton. They spun. This was at Canada Corner, by the way. We usually do not get crashes at this corner. And Noah Carr's T-boned that number 12, sent him upside down. That's the second time that Stuart Gratton has been upside down this season. Yeah. I don't know what to do, man. I just don't know what to do. Other than make you win. That's unfair. But you see what happened there. Noah Cards, John Arndt, Stuart Gratton involved in that one. And this is what happened to Jesse Turner. It was lap 2 of the race. Fitzwater got into him just barely, and that 15 got into the gravel trap. And even though you can't see it, a very hard impact into the tire barrier, knocking out the Auto Club winner, Jesse Turner. Cameron Gaju got knocked out because of an issue on his race car. There was no contact. He came into the pit lane on the first lap of the race. And that was the end of the day for Gaju. And Matt Tuck had an issue similar to Gaju. Kind of went off the racetrack there. Something amiss on his race car, I believe. Trying to get out of the way through turn 2. And I see these guys swarming him. Not much he can do. So Gaju and Tuck both had issues with their race cars. It was not because of contact. And theoretically, we only had 3 crashes in this race. Actually, no. Excuse me. Nicholas Samadeo and Noah Carr spun in turn 3 earlier on. So 4 crashes in this race. The Gratton Arndt crash. The Samadeo Cars crash. Luke Rainey and Angel Arf and Alonso, which you guys saw live. And then the crash that Jesse Turner had. But anyways, that's what happened throughout the race. There's your winner, Matt Daleo, in the number 33. And Matt Daleo has become the first ever 3-time winner in the NRLOA Haas IndyCar Series. And all 3 of his wins have come within the 7 races of the 2017 season. And Matt Daleo, unbelievable what he has accomplished here so far this season in the Haas IndyCar Series, grabbing the victory in the Kohler Grand Prix at Road America. And that points lead, that was only a 7-point lead coming into today's race, but that points lead is going to be bigger as he grabbed 50 points towards the championship after starting 3rd here at Road America to grab the victory in the Kohler Grand Prix. Christian Master, Audra Baranowskis, Al Agassi, Jonathan Rains, Jordan Lopez, Aaron Walpole, Chris Skinlart, Davey Johnson, and Ryan Gondillo, the top 10. And you see the rest of the results right there. Stuart Gratton finished last again, and if I'm not mistaken, Stuart Gratton has more last place finishes than Matt Daleo has wins this season, and that's just about as normal as it gets. I was about to say that's pathetic, but it's just so normal now that it's, you know, the balance of the universe is just fine. But hey, you know what? It's not like Stuart Gratton is a bad driver. He got that Napa Truck Series championship. And I'm thinking he's going to be doing some stuff in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series this season after the strong season he had in Season 5. But, you know, he can still get a win this season. I mean, we still got 6 races left to go. Pikes Peak, the duel at the Glen. That's going to be a fun one there. Back-to-back races at Watkins Glen, one of the best road courses in NR 2003. Then we go over to Kentucky. Anybody can win that race. The Indianapolis road course, and then the famed racetrack in the Haas IndyCar Series, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indianapolis 250, the 250-mile event, the 100-lapper. We're in the 2.5-mile Speedway, the Brickyard. It's the greatest race on Napa Fan, I could say at least. I don't want to say biggest race in the NRLOA because you guys who make NRLOA races do a fantastic job, and I don't want to take any fame away from you guys, but that Indianapolis 250 is, in my opinion, the best race that I do. Not the best race on YouTube, of course, but still the best race I do, and I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes in May. I think I announced the logo recently, either yesterday. I mean, I pretty much already know at this point of recording it on May 2nd who was already going to win. You might be surprised, but still, I think it did a fantastic job, and I think it's a great logo, and it's going to be a fantastic Indianapolis 250 week coming in just a couple weeks. And by the way, at the end of the week, we got ourselves Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season 6 signups. You heard me correctly. And the NRLOA Big 1-3 signups as well. Huge Friday night. Mark your calendars for that one. The reserve signups for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season number 6 are probably going to be tomorrow night, maybe tonight. I'm not entirely sure, but not too much of an issue there. Once 16 cars are taken, they will close, and then it's 20 full-time cars left for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series season number 6 for everybody else. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what's coming up this summer here on NapFin. It's going to be one of the best summers this channel, this NRLOA community has seen. I'm going to do some big things to get everybody in the NRLOA majorly involved in stuff, and to try to get some attention to all these other guys who do NRLOA races, because they deserve it. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Mr. Matt Daleo for winning here at the Road America's 16th win of the season. And if you guys think I'm making him win, I'm not. He's just been doing a good job, you know. He just really has. And that's just the way it is sometimes. Matt Daleo's 3rd win of the season, and he's definitely going to be the points leader exiting today's race. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the points for the 2017 Haas IndyCar Series. And congratulations to Matt Daleo for grabbing his win here at Road America. I will see you guys later.